Welcome to DAV Moyle Public School, Sita Sawangi. I am your English teacher Gajanan sir, and today we are going to do revision of the first chapter, 3 questions. Okay, so let's begin. 3 question is a intellectual story written by Leo Tolstoy. Okay, a Russian writer. It is a value-based intellectual story by Leo Tolstoy. Okay, the story teach you a wisdom of life. There are three main character and fourth one is learned man, means different type of intellectual persons. The first one, the king, the hermit, the bearded man, and the learned man means all the courtiers who try to give answer of the 3 questions. A king once thought that he would never fail if he knew 3 things. The first one is what is the right time to start anything? Who are the most important people to listen to? What is the most important occupation or task? Okay, so in short, we can say that first one was what the right time to begin something. Second one, which people he should take advice from. And third one, how to decide what the most important thing to do. He sent messengers throughout his kingdom. He promised to give a reward of a large sum to the person who answer his 3 questions. So his courtiers as well as different type of people from all around the kingdom, they tried to give answer of these 3 questions. Some said that to know the right time for every action, one must draw up in advance a table or timetable of days, months, and years, and must live strictly according to it. Others said that everything should be done on its proper time. Others declared that it was impossible to decide the right time for every action. So different type of people give different type of answers. Some said the king must needed were his counselors, others the priest, others the doctors, while some said the warriors were the most necessary. So to the third question, what was the most important occupation? Some replied that the most important thing in the world was a science. Others said it was a skill in warfare. The others again that it was a religious worship. So all the answers were different, and the king agreed with none of them and gave the reward to no one. But still he wished to find out the answer. So he went in search of the hermit who was well known for his wisdom. The king went up to the hermit and asked him, I come to you, wise hermit, to ask you to answer 3 questions. How can I learn to do the right thing at the right time? Who are the people I most need, and whom should I therefore pay more attention than to the rest, and what affairs are the most important thing to do? But the hermit was not paying attention. He was doing his work, he was digging. So what happened? The hermit was an old person. So when the king saw him, he felt uh, sympathy towards that hermit, and he started to help to the hermit. So what happened? One means when he was doing when the king was helping to the hermit, one wounded bearded man came there and he was running. He was almost very close to die. But the king left his digging task and helped to the bearded man. So the bearded man was very much wounded and the blood was flowing from his body. So what happened? The king tried to not help to the bearded man, and in this way he left that digging task and helped to the bearded man. So in this way what happened? The bearded man now fully recovered. Actually the bearded man was the enemy of the king and he wanted to kill to the king, but the king's bodyguard stabbed him and they wounded him by their sword. So what happened now? The hermit, after seeing that the king helped to the bearded man, he smiled and replied to the king, "Do you not see?" replied the hermit. "See what he said to the. If you had not pitied my weakness yesterday and had not dug these beds for me, but had gone your way." Now, see, the hermit was telling to the king that if you not pitied on me, means if you not showed your sympathy, that was the right task you have to do. That was the right time. That man would have been attacked you, and you would have repented for not having stayed with me. So the most important time was when you were digging the beds, and I was the most important man. And to do me good was your most important business. Afterwards, when that man ran to us, the most important time was when you were attending upon him. For if you had not dressed his wounds, he would have died without having made peace with you. So he was the most important business. Remember then, there is only one time that is important, the only time when we have any power. The most necessary man is be with whom you are. For no man knows whether he will ever have dealing with anyone else. And the most important affair is to do him good, because for that purpose alone was man sent into this life. So in short, the hermit gave message to the king that whenever you get a chance to help to someone, that is the most important thing to do. Okay, that is the most important, that is the right. And second one means most important time, means suppose if someone is in a need, that time if you help that man, that is the most important time. And most important work means most important, suppose if you have a number of work, but the most important work now here, what was the most important work that he has to do? The king helped to the wounded man, because if the king could not help to the wounded man, then the wounded man would have been died. So that was the right time to do something for that bearded man. So in this way he got answer of these three questions. Okay, students, so try to read this once again, the three questions, and in which way the hermit gave answer to the three questions.